Good evening, my friends. Today, I have a good word, man, and it's a word that has encouraged me since Sunday, which I guess was yesterday. No, whatever day it is today, I don't even know. But Sunday, I heard this, and I wanted to share it with you. Mark 6:34. And Jesus, when he came out, saw many people and was moved with compassion towards them, because they were as sheep not having a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when the day was now far spent, his disciples came unto him and said, This is a desert place, and now the time is far past. Send the people away, that they may go into the country round about, and into the villages, and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat. And Jesus answered and said unto them, You give them something to eat. And they said unto him, Shall we go and buy 200 pennyworth of bread, and give them to eat? And I just want to share something that I never noticed before. But right here in 37, he answered them and he said, Give them something to eat. You feed them. You give them something to eat. I never noticed that before. Someone pointed it out in church on Sunday. But I think it's amazing. I think it speaks volumes about like our role, you know. It's easy for us to be like looking at Jesus and being like, okay, like what are you going to do, Lord? How are you going to take care of this thing? How are you going to do this? How are you going to whatever? You know what I mean? And the Lord's looking at us like, look, you do it. You feed them. I've already given you what you need to do this. You know what I mean? Like, but we don't have the faith, right? Like Jesus is telling you, give them something to eat, but they didn't have the faith for it. They said, how are we going to feed them? You know? And then Jesus has them sit down and he multiplies the bread. But we need our faith to be increased. We need to know that we can feed the people. We are called to feed them. We have to feed them. If we keep waiting for certain things to happen and whatever, like the Lord's saying, like right now, you feed them. The problem is we don't understand how that's possible. We think we need to have this like right here where it says, and they said to him, shall we go and buy 200 penny worth of bread and give them to eat? Like we don't have the money to feed all these people. We don't have the means to do it. But the Lord's gonna make the the finances and the bread come out of nowhere. Okay? I'm experiencing this right now where in the same way the Lord is leading me out to do this event. It's not an event. I even hate that word. I hate that word event. Whatever. Because that's what all churches do. They just do events. It's not an event. And I'm not trying to talk bad about all the churches. There's a lot of churches doing a lot of good things. But I'm just saying like it's not about events. Like if an event is just about your church, getting people to your church and getting more, tithes and getting more members of your church, then it's a bad thing, right? But if you're doing an event or an outreach where you're trying to bring a lot of churches together and bring people out from the world to hear the gospel, this is a good event. It's a good thing. But I'm trying to start a movement. But that's besides the point. But whatever I'm doing, it's something bigger than myself. It's something that I couldn't have possibly, I would never have started if the Lord hadn't just given me faith that it's going to work out. Because there were so many times where I'm like, no, like, how, Lord, where am I going to get enough bread for all these people? You know what I mean? Where am I going to, Lord, how? You know what I mean? But he's doing it. You feed them. I love it. I love it. It's so amazing. You feed them. You too. Okay? If you're waiting for the money, if you're waiting for everything to work out, the Lord's waiting for you to increase your faith and go. And he'll supply you the needs to feed the people. Amen.